The guy that was renting it from the folks kind of stripped the farm out on my folks.
The one thing every landlord should know is that that some people will mine the soil, and you've really got to watch that.
And so for us to mine them and deplete them and turn them over to the next generation in a poor condition, that's just morally wrong.
If you care about your land, and if you plan to own it for a while, and maybe pass it on to the next generation, you have to care about it. You have to see to it that it takes, that it's protected, hopefully improved.
The landlord has every right, since it's his property, and he should educate himself, first of all, educate himself on soil health.
I knew it kind of hurt my folks when I seen what happened to the farm. So my goal was to put that back.
We got into cover crops and then more diversified rotation, and that helped us accelerate our soil organic matter, which is the driving force in soil health.
You're going to be spending less money on inputs. You're going to be spending less money on equipment. You're going to be doing things in a much more natural manner, and you're going to see things like fewer pests, fewer weeds, fewer diseases.
Long term, I believe the landlord is getting some great benefits because we are returning the soil more to an original state.
The landowners saw that we were conservation minded. We were going to take care of the resources.
If the landlord has children and he wants to pass his land along, he's going to have to look at the benefit of down the road, next generation, and promote the idea of the cover crop, building organic matter.
Not sustain it, but actually improve it.
Look at your organic matter and see where we're at. That's one big improvement that needs to be done on basically all soils.
I didn't know I could improve your organic matter in 1 year's time, enough to be measurable, but we have done it.
I think a landowner has an obligation to learn what is proper care of the land, what is overgrazing, what is pasture rotation, what is no-tilling, what is cover cropping.
I would really suggest that they talk to Voices for Soil Health or go to their local conservation district or their local NRCS office and really make a connection there.
I like to take our landlords right out in the field with a spade and show them and let them feel it and smell it and touch it, and then take them across the road to a conventionally tilled soil or a poorly managed pasture and show them the differences, and the light bulbs come on.
If the landlord wants to go to soil health type activities, he's going to have to work with that tenant to get them changed over to doing the cover crop.
I would have a conversation with my tenant, basically saying, I know of a soil health school coming up in 2 months. Let's go.
The landowner needs to say, I see a huge, I see other neighbors trying these practices. Would you be open to trying to raise cover crop or add a small grain to a corn and bean rotation?
If you have a tenant that doesn't want to employ those or refuses to even try them, then I suggest he move on and find a different tenant. It's that simple.
They can really degrade your land a lot quicker than what you think.
And so maybe they're not good saddle partners. Maybe they're going to have to split and go on different paths.
Give him an opportunity to learn.
If you cannot find somebody that will do that, you go look for somebody that will.
If he absolutely refuses to get interested in that, I would look for a different tenant.
There is a lot of good farmers around that practice soil health, and them are the ones that you're going to get paid back time and time again.
the landowner and tenant. If they're just coming or happening on to trying to improve their soil health, they need to be open-minded, they need to be flexible, and they need to be willing to try new things.
And just talk to them about it. That's probably, communication is probably the biggest thing that we all have a downfall with, the landlord and the tenant.
The landowner's benefiting and the tenant's benefiting, and if you can mesh that mindset together, those are relationships that work.